Shut up and sit down.
Jallianwala Bagh Massacre Essay. Essay on Jallianwala Bagh Massacre for students and children in English. Introduction. Jallianwala Bagh Massacre is the massacre of a crowd of Indians gathered at Jallianwala Bagh located in Amritsar in Punjab state. The incident took place on 13th April 1919 and was premeditated by an acting Brigadier General named Raghunath Dyer or General Dyer. In the background, before the Jallianwala massacre, there were two acts implemented by the British government leading to a high level of unrest among the Indian masses. These were the Defence of India Act 1915 and the Rowlatt Act 1919. During World War I, 1914 to 1918, Indian soldiers participated in large numbers for the British in Europe, the Middle East and Africa. Even Indian labourers were sent in large numbers by the British government of India. The involvement of Indian soldiers and labourers in World War I was opposed by certain political factions and also the general population of India. India's huge money and resources were wasted in fighting for the British in the World War. This gave rise to a mutiny of a kind in West Bengal and Punjab that near around made the local British administration defunct. Therefore, sensing a mass uprising, the British government brought the Defence of India Act in 1915 to curtail the civil liberties of Indian citizens. To make the situation worse, Rowlatt Act was passed on 10th March 1919, which was only an extension of the Defence of India Act and further curtailed civil liberties. Unrest in Punjab. The Rowlatt Act initiated huge political unrest in India. People came down to the streets protesting against the act. The situation was particularly worst in Punjab, where thousands of protesters gathered at the Amritsar's Deputy Commissioner's residence on 1st April 1990. They were demanding the release of two Indian leaders, Satyapal and Saifuddin Kichle. Reportedly, a military picket present at the location shot at the protesters, killing several of them. This instigated a series of violent protests all over Punjab. On the evening of 12th April, a day before the massacre, a peaceful meeting was organized by supporters of Kichle to plan for his release. The day of massacre. Following the violent protest, the British administration was fearing an 1857 type uprising. Therefore, the government pressed martial law on 13th April, prohibiting the gathering of people in one place. However, this message wasn't clear and in time conveyed to the masses. Incidentally, 13th April was a Baisakhi day and merchants from different parts of the state had come to Amritsar for the fair. But in wake of the government prohibiting any fair, these people had nowhere to go and so they naturally turned to Jallianwala Bagh. There was a small the meeting was being conducted, though a maximum of visitors were merchants and commoners who came for the Baisakhi festival. By the mid-afternoon, thousands of Indians have gathered at the Bagh. General Reginald Dyer got the information of this huge public gathering and started charting out a plan to handle it. Sometime around the evening after 1830 hours, General Dyer came to the Bagh with 90 soldiers and blocking the only main entrance, ordered the shooting. The people shot at were unarmed men, women, and children who had probably gathered to spend time as the curfew restricted Baishakhi celebrations. Shooting continued for 10 to 15 minutes, killing around 500 innocent Indians, including men, women, and children, and wounding 1,000 others. After the massacre, General Dyer marched back with his contingent, and no attempt was made by the British administration to rescue the victims. Conclusion: the day of the Jallianwala Bagh massacre was the saddest in the history of India. It shows the evilest face of British rule in India, which is also probably the cruelest.